Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Wide receiver shows motion. To the air, it's Jennings. Got his man in the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
And they fail to hook up on third down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, he's looking to throw. He makes the connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
Oh, how did he make that move? And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And he's got it in the end zone. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Offense gets set for second down. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Fires complete on the crosser. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On second down, looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that time...
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He makes the grab, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. That they can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Wants to fire on second down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 45 on its way. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't...
Oh, look out. There he goes. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle, safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players. You get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Extending the play. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was. And because of the late throw, they're able to come up with the interception.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. This offense set up with a 2nd and short. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Using the quick game. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The defense was asking for that penalty immediately, and they got it. Offensive pass interference waves off the 1st down. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Jennings. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He'll take a shot. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To the air, it's Jennings. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Morrison. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Fast motion from the offense. Breaking out the jet sweep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think in today's era of college football, we get enamored with the jet sweep. It's exciting. You're getting this wide receiver involved in the run game, but sometimes it's just better to go old school and just run the football conventionally north-south.
Catch in the middle. It's Morrison. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Got it in the middle. It's Melton. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Vaughn. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And it's another 1st and 10 play. From the gun, he leads it with the back.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. Using his legs, it's Harris. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. He's looking to throw. He's got it down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Got it past the marker. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. The final gut punch. Touchdown on the short run. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Finds his tight end. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the hurry up. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. The 10. Touchdown. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Moves away as he feels pressure. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a short tackle. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They want to just keep throwing it. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Line getting set on second down. They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Melton. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be knocked down. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. To the air, it's Jennings. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25. First and 10. He's got it on the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. It's first and 10 for this offense from the 42. Handoff from the gun. At the 45 on his way. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him.
A shot toward the end zone. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
I tell you what, when you give me that...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Ready to try the point after. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock.
To the air on first down.
They're up by just one over Alabama. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch.
Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Now on second and goal. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. It's snagged in the end zone. Touchdown.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They think there's room to run to the right here. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll start this drive from the 42. Hand off from the shotgun. And he runs. Go and picks up a few. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. The play action fake. Lets it fly. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Connection to the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Sanders. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Trying to pound their way in. And into the end zone for a touchdown. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll return it. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. Wants to throw, it's Jennings. Complete downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And this setter downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Fires downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And here comes the punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give as they work on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Makes the catch. It's Sanders. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They're testing the right side here. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Looking for a crease. It's Graves. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he's got it inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Sanders. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Pressure coming. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He wants a big play here late. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the run, it's Graves. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Takes it from the gun on third down. Snags it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He wants to throw, getting some heat. He's going up top here late in the game. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Got out of trouble and throws. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass.
Looking for a huge play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. They're setting up the screen. Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to pass, it's Jennings. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese.